Damn. Welcome to the first episode of the 3rdWay podcast. Uh, my name's Eric, other known as Rick, also known as Judo. Damn, it's actually been a minute since I've been on a podcast. It's currently just me. I've been on plenty of podcasts before, and I don't know. I think I've only ever tried to do a solo podcast one time, like years ago, but you feel me? We're going to give it another shot. I'm very confident in it and believe that it can be something lit. I feel like I usually have, not only funny things to say, but also very, very knowledgeable things. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to get right into it. You feel me? First things first, I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody, you feel me, is doing what they need to do. It's a new year. Damn. 2026. I really don't have much to say about 2025. There were a lot of hard times. You feel what I'm saying? But I really don't think of 2025 as a bad year. It was, you feel like, it was a learning year, I'll say. It was a year for learning. I think the hardest part about 2025 was not only not having a job because I was getting sick so much, but just the fact that I was getting sick so much. I'll just get into a quick backstory for that. I have Crohn's disease. Well, that's the thing. They still don't even know if it's exactly Crohn's disease, but basically it's just it's under that umbrella of intestinal virus. You feel what I'm saying? So the 2025, a number of times in the same year, I had got sick. And when I mean sick, I don't mean flu sick where you just out of work for 3 days. No, I mean bad sick. The worst case I had last year, I was sick for a whole month. I started out before, my resting weight is usually my chilling weight, when I'm just regular, is probably between 160 to 170. When I got out the hospital that worst time where I was sick that whole month, I got out the hospital, I was 125 pounds. There was a shawty somewhere that was weighing more than me. The homies came to see me when I was in the hospital, bro. I remember the homie Alan pulled up and we took a walk through through the hospital. And he was he was telling me, he's like, bro, you look different. I'm like, I know, bro. Damn, I got out. I remember I got back home. My folks was like, damn, I even got shorter. Bro, because what happens is my body just, my immune system just starts fighting my body. So anytime I eat, I can't, it won't stay down. And I'm not gonna get too graphic, but it just won't stay down. I don't even have an appetite. Even the thought of food doesn't hit. The best way I can explain it is in Tokyo Ghoul, when he first got turned into a ghoul and he tried to go home and start eating food, and then he tore his whole kitchen up trying to find something he could actually eat, and he took a bite of the food and then started crying. That's exactly how it was. My mom, and I would be smelling it too. I'd be in my room just dying, and because I could smell what she's cooking, and my mom could cook. I was just smelling everything, and I'm like, I'm a human being. I know I should be eating, but my brain physically can't process hunger. It was so bad. I couldn't even drink water. It got so bad. That same time, the homie Alan came to see me in the hospital. Right after he left, I had a glass of water. 2 minutes later, I threw it up, bro. No joke. Crohn's disease is no joke, bro. I really don't know how bad it gets for most people. I've done a little bit of research to see, because I remember in the heat of it, I remember thinking my life is over. Not that I was gonna die, but I remember thinking bro, I could never have a regular life, because what if I'm out in the world somewhere and I get this sick, you feel me? But honestly, it's been chilling, and I'm gonna be on medication soon, you feel me? That whole process was crazy. Actually, in a couple of days, I'm going for my first little medical infusion. But yeah, that was definitely the hardest part of 2025. I was sick on my sister's birthday. Bruh, it was so many times. Even I had started a new job. 2 weeks in, I got sick again. Luckily, I caught it early. So I was only in the hospital for a couple of days, and my symptoms got a little bit worse, but it wasn't as bad as it was. I caught it mad early. I was already in the hospital once it started finally being oh damn, I think I might actually start throwing up. Like, you feel me? So that was definitely the hardest part of 2025. But all that's behind me now. You feel me? Like, even after that and those times, I still found the strength to keep going. Like, I still found the things to live for, the things I wanted to experience. And be honest with you, I think of like a Zorro quote where I forgot exactly what he was saying it, but he was saying like, if this is like, basically, to keep it to paraphrase, it was along the lines of like, if this is as far as I go, then I don't, like, how did he say it? I think I forgot what exactly the situation was, but they were like, hold on, I gotta take a second to think about what it actually was. It was like, I'm gonna keep going because if this is as far as I go, then like I didn't deserve to keep going, basically. Like, I don't know, like I really can't explain it. Like, I started a new job. I'm not gonna say it's an easy job or it's a hard job. It's a job, but in my opinion, it's definitely one of the easiest jobs I had. Starting out though, obviously starting anything, it's gonna be difficult. And I remember thinking like, damn, like if I don't get like okay at being at this job, they might fire me or something like that. But I remember thinking like, I'm not even gonna think like that because it's a food service job. So I'm like, bro, if I can't even get past a food service job, then the dreams I have, the goals I have, which are way bigger than this, then I don't even deserve to be there. Like, I don't even deserve to like think I can do that if I can't even do this. Like, if I let this one thing stop me, then the life I truly want was never mine. Like, that's what I mean. Like, so when I thought about it and I was like, yo, like, what if I'm always getting sick? I put all that in the back of my head. I'm like, bro, it's hard. Like, it's definitely the hardest thing I've had to experience. Like, being sick is not fun, even on the regular. And this was the worst amount of sick like I've probably ever experienced in my life. Like, I don't remember being more sick than this. And it hurt. Like, I was in pain all day, every day. I was dead ass in my room, like rolling around. Like, if I'm keeping it 100, hoping something would happen. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The pain was unbearable. I remember just sitting in my room thinking like, if I'm gonna die, it need to happen now. Like, on some real shit. I'm just being honest. I'm a very like confident person and I don't want to die, but it was torture, dog. Like, it was every day. I couldn't eat. I didn't eat or drink anything for a whole month. Like, I couldn't eat fruit. Like, my body just couldn't do it. I was so weak, bruh. Like, I remember just being in my bedroom rolling around. Like, I was constantly using the bathroom. Like, bro, it was terrible, bruh. So I'm like, bro, yes, this is hard, but even if I let this stop me from living the life that I truly want, then you feel me? I can't say that those are my goals or my dreams, and I can't say that like I'll do anything or I'll have these large dreams because I'm letting something that like other people get and live with and make it through. And there's harder things that people go through and they make it through that. So I'm like, bro, I gotta keep going, you feel me? So yeah, I have an appointment soon. Excuse me. I have an appointment soon and that's gonna get all squared off. So I'm glad that's solved. But excuse me, I just had an iced coffee. But it's a new year. It's very lit. I am very excited for this new year. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Oh, my fault. Having trouble containing my excitement. I just don't really want to get into my goals specifically just because I was just having a conversation with the homie the other day about it. I don't know, talking, and we were both agreeing with each other, like talking about like certain stuff just out loud before you can actually get it done. Like, I feel like that jinxes it. So like, I don't want to, or just, you feel me? I really just don't want to say. I would rather just do it and everybody sees and, you know, I get to just not say I did it, but prove to myself that the ideas that I have, I can do. Even if no one's watching, even if no one's clapping or no one's in the audience, I can still say that that's something I seen in my head. I wanted to do it and I did it. But I'm very excited for this upcoming year because I know a lot of people say it and it's like cliche because like people burnt it out and a lot of people aren't sincere about it. But I like the idea that the new year really is a fresh start. Like, new year, new me, in my opinion, is very valid because, like I said, it's a fresh start. It's not only a new day, but it's a new year. Like, every day you get a chance to do it again. Like, if you felt like today you didn't hit it on the mark, you get a chance to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised to nobody, but you still get the chance. If you blessed to wake up, you get to do it again. You reset. And that's like that for the new year. And more specifically, like, so new year, new me, bruh. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. New year, new me. I'm doing all the things you feel me, said that I wanted to do. There was a video I seen last year that like I saved onto my phone that like really hit. It was an old man and he was in the camera. It was just his face in the camera. And he said 2 rules for life. Rule number 1 is never quit. Rule number 2 is don't forget about rule number 1. And bro, I seen that. I was like, you know what, OG, you might be on to something. You might be on to something. That's fire. I saved it on my phone immediately. And those are some principles I'm really living by. Rule number 1 is never quit anything. Rule number 2 is don't forget about rule number 1. So it's a new year. I'm very excited. There's a lot of things. I actually had a couple ideas today and I got a little nervous about them. So I was like, does that mean I got to do them now? Like, it's a line in Rich Brian's album, The Sailor. Fucking phenomenal album. You should listen to it. And one of the lines is, I'm about to butcher it like shit. It was like, if your dreams don't make you nervous, then they're not big enough or something like that. Like if your goals don't make you nervous, then they ain't shit. I forgot what it was, but like if your dreams don't make you nervous, then like that ain't your shit. Like that ain't you type shit. Like if your shit don't make you nervous or if your ideas don't make you nervous, and not nervous in like a bad way, but like nervous in like, damn, like that would kind of actually be fire if I did that. But it's so out there that it makes you nervous. Like that's something you've damn near probably never done before, but it would be so fire and it fits into your narrative where it's like, I damn near gotta do that. And that's how I went for a walk. I was going to, not Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts to get a little coffee and some donuts. But I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, that would be fire. So I'm gonna write it down and get that, you feel me, shaking. But some basic goals that I got for this new year is 1, stay consistent. Like I said, rule number 1, never quit. Rule number 2 is don't forget about rule number 1. I just need to stick to something. Like I said, like I just want to prove to myself that I can actually do these things that I see in my mind. Like there's no other reason why I can't do it other than me just getting in my own way. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just want to stay more consistent. I just want to, you feel me, do the things that I see in my head, keep it 100. Second goal or second like broad thing is have more side quests, bruh. Like in the like heat of like, not in the heat, in the height of like my, you feel me, experience with living life, I used to have so many side goals with the homies. Like, and mind you, it is different. We older now. So like, it's, you feel me, jobs and bills and whatnot is in the way, but I think there's still room for it. Even if it's one every couple months or like one like small thing every month. Like I need to get out there, bro. Like I said, last year was so hard. I spent so much of last year just going through it, at least in my own head. And I'm so tired of that. I'll be 25 this year. I need to show myself something. Like I gotta see this world, bro. I want to experience more. I want to do more. I want to be able to, at the same time, next year, be like, damn, like that was a good one. You feel me? More side quests, more side missions, more everything. You feel me? I don't give a damn if it's feeding a baby bird 7 a.m. You feel me? I don't care. I don't even care if it's delivered 50 hamburgers. Side quest, side quest, side quest. That's what 2026 is right now. It's finna just be side quest. You feel me? Main quest too, of course, but definitely more side quests. And by like, what I mean by side quests, like I said, it's just little simple stuff. Even if it's like hit a bar, you feel me, or like see what like a hike is talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Like get breakfast in the morning with the homies. Like just more shit. I just want to get out there more. You feel me? And I guess the third one is the same as the first one. It was just don't quit. Because, bro, like, one of the biggest issues I had, too, was just, well, I don't want to say issues, but, like, one of my biggest things that kind of, like, I don't like doing is thinking back and like, having that thought to myself, damn, if I would have stayed consistent with this, imagine how big it would be. Or, like, if I would have kept going with this or that, how good would I be? Like, that's ass to me. Like, that's ass because one, now I'm going backwards. And two, I already overthink in my head and just sabotage myself enough. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with that shit. Cause bro, like, that shit's ass. I'll keep it 100. That shit is buns. So it's 2026, bro. New year, new me. I'm very excited. Like I said, there's a lot of things I'm still working out, but such is life, bro. The mission ain't over, and it ain't over till it's over. You feel me? But one thing I do hope some motherfuckers' New Year's resolution is to wash your ass, bro. Wash y'all bodies, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. One of my biggest pet peeves is dirty shit, bro. I don't like that dirty ass shit. I keep it 100. Like, I don't like making fun of nobody. I don't like making comments on people's appearance. I feel like that's so trash. I feel like that's so childish. But like, bro, if there's places you gotta be where you're interacting with other people, mind you, it's different if you physically, I'm not gonna say if you physically can't. Well, that's the thing too. If you physically can't or just not able to, say like your water is shut off, or if you feel me, you got time got away from you and you had to rush out the crib real quick, or you ain't got enough money to afford soap, or you feel what I'm saying, then you exempt. If you got a real good, and I mean it gotta be a real good reason, then you exempt. You feel me? I'm not trying to make fun of nobody that can't but still get up and and pop their shit. Like you feel me? You a soldier in my opinion. If you can't but you still get up and make something of yourself, by all means, you the real one. But if your water work, if that bar of soap still in the box, if you just at home chilling after a long day of work, bruh, get up and wash your ass. Take care of yourself, bro. It was too many times, like, just interacting with a motherfucker and their fingernails is dirty, dog. Like, I keep it 100. That's one of, like, the easiest things you can clean is your fingernails. Because, bro, reason why I don't like a dirty-ass fingernail is because that means you was digging in something. Like, that means you was digging in something. That's either your underarms, your ass, like, behind them ears. That means whatever you was digging in is dirty. You itchy, bruh. You know what will relieve that itch? Soap and water, warm water. Shit, even if you gotta take a cold shower. I don't know exactly what the benefits are. I see a lot of people taking cold showers. Bro, put water and soap on your body. Even if you gotta Tarzan it and just go in a creek, like, you gotta Tom Sawyer it and get in the lake. You feel what I'm saying? Like, trust me, 2026, please, everybody. If it's one thing you do, you ain't gotta, that's the thing. Best way to stay consistent is if you stick with something. If you put something to your mind and stick with it. Stick with washing your body, bruh. This ain't me making fun of nobody or me making it sound like I'm better than anybody. Or I'm just like, if anything, I'm trying to look out for y'all. Keep it 100. I'm really trying to look out for y'all because that's embarrassing, bruh. That's dead embarrassing, bro. I'm really not trying to make fun of nobody. Like, but that is like some nasty shit. Like, if I gotta interact with you and you in the fucking convenience store smelling like a chopped onion, bruh. No, sir. No, sir. So please wash your ass, 2026. Can we start a movement, 2026? This is the year where everybody washing their ass. That's the year we wash our ass, y'all. 2026 is the year for that. Let me get off that. But I've been like keeping up with One Piece. One Piece is such a fire anime to me. Luffy is my favorite main character. It was Asta, if I'm keeping it 100. But then they went on that 3-month, or I don't know if it was 3-month or 6-month manga drop. They used to drop their manga Black Clover every week or every 2 weeks. I remember, like, my Shonen Jump days was goated, bruh. I was caught up on everything. But then they randomly switched it to, like, they were going to drop it every 6 months or something like that. Like, twice out the year or, like, every 3 months. I dropped it immediately, bro. And what sucks is I'm hearing rumors that the ending is buns, which sucks, bro. Because in the heat of, like, in the height of, like, they moment, bro, not only was Asta my favorite, but that anime was my favorite. Like, I love the power system. Like, I love how Asta worked. And he got nice when he made that little devil contract. It was in that moment I was like, you know what? Asta really turned it into a main character. Like, not to say that he wasn't a main character, but like, he felt like, to me, he was in like a different area of like anime main character. Like, at the time, he didn't have no forms or nothing like that. He made that devil contract and started getting like new forms and stuff like that. I was like, oh yeah, my nigga getting nice. I love that little arc where they finally introduced like, you know what I'm saying, the devil contracts and like him getting his partner. And there was that other character that had the devils too, and they had like different forms and stuff like that, bro. That shit was so tough to me, bruh. Like, it was in that moment I was like, oh yeah, Asta really like might be goated for real, for real. His joint was tough too. Like, and then he went to that other world. I don't know if this is a spoiler alert. I don't know if anybody's just now getting into Black Clover. This is a little spoiler alert. Damn, I should have said that before I started talking about his devil contract. All right, what's it called? Yeah. Then he got teleported into that other world by Julius. I think it was either Julius or an angel that he had like corrupted. And then he had that little training arc with them and stuff like that. That was pretty lit. And they had like a different form of magic or something like that. But then they started dropping them every 3 to 6 months or something like that. I dropped it immediately, bro. Asta was my favorite main character because more than anything, his idea was just, even if I can't do it, if I work hard enough, I can do it. He didn't have any magic, but he still said, I'm going to still get these push-ups in. I'm going to still get these sit-ups in. I'm going to still get these crunches in, bro. I'm not going to have magic, but I might be able to box somebody out still. They got fire coming at me. I'm going to just punch that hoe. And then he got anti-magic, which was just... And then the fact that he was training his body up until that point, then got his anti-magic, made his anti-magic that much stronger. Like, I had a conversation with the homie about that. He's, because I was like, that's kind of cheap. This is my opinion at the time. I said, it was kind of cheeks because, like, technically, in my head, I thought Asta wasn't as strong as it was making him seem because you giving, like, somebody a silver bullet, that's, like, he's strong against anybody, technically. Like, that's like having a kryptonite bat on a world of Kryptonians, like, that have powers in a yellow sun. Like, I'm stronger than everybody here because I have the one weakness to everybody. But he was telling me, he was like, yeah, I see what you're saying. But the fact that Asta trained so much and was so strong just in his physical form made his anti-magic that much stronger. So technically, you could have given anybody else anti-magic. It wouldn't have been as strong. Or at least certain characters. Like Finral, if you would have gave Finral anti-magic, it wouldn't have been as strong as giving Asta anti-magic because, like, obviously, just physically, Asta's stronger than him. So, like, you feel me? And I was like, you know what? That might be a good point. But I still kind of believe, like, you feel me? But that's neither here nor there. Bro, like, he was just fire to me. I love a main character like that. I know there's a lot of them like that, but it felt more like that with Asta because he deadass didn't have the power. Like, he didn't have powers. Like, you feel me? Even the power he got now, anti-magic, still really isn't, like, power. It's the swords and shit. But, yeah, so I dropped that, and then I started catching up on One Piece. Bro, One Piece is so fun to me. And it was catching up and just reading it, watching it. I watch, like, TikTokers who do, like, chapter breakdowns. I listen to TOPT podcast, that One Piece talk, and they do, like, chapter breakdowns and theories and whatnot, and they be having debates. And, bro, it was, like, in my whole experience of catching up and reading One Piece and seeing the Straw Hats, I realized, like, bro, if you want to have a good life, and I don't mean, like, a good life like you have $1 million or a good life and say, like, all your troubles are gone. I mean a good life as in you are fine with your circumstances. You find the joys in life even through the hard times, and you just have an adventure. You make friends, you overcome your troubles, and you deadass are just happy at the end of the day. Watch One Piece. In my opinion, One Piece is the key to a happy life. It's the key to a good life. And by good life, like I said, I don't mean all your troubles are gone, all your questions are answered, but you're working towards it. You are still having your troubles, and you feel me, having an adventure. You're learning from these things and just going with the flow a little bit more. Like anytime I have like an issue or like a certain corner of my life, I have questions, I just compare it to One Piece. Like even in One Piece most basic like principles or just things that they do with the characters and stuff like that can easily be applied to your life. Look at Luffy. Anytime he's like beat up or fatigued, what's the first thing he does? Anytime he's tired, anytime he like, what's the first thing he does? He has something to eat. Bro, that's real life. That's real life, dog. If you feel stressed out or if you feel like, bro, I'm tired or you can't think right, dead ass, have something to eat. Even if it's an apple, it's a piece of bread, like have something to eat. Getting something on your stomach, like hangry is a real thing. You not you when you hungry is very real, bro. Have something to eat, dog. Like, and there'll also be times where like I'll think on my life and I'll be thinking, oh man, like I'm here, but I should be here. Or, I'm 24 years old. I should be way further than I am. Look at the Straw Hats. Like anytime you have a moment where you feel like it's too late in life or you're too late or you should have did things earlier, look at the Straw Hats. All of them are on the same crew, but they're different ages. Like you can easily say, oh, some people are like Luffy, like they're a captain, but but they're like young, like they're 19, 20. But Zoro's on the same crew, and he's older than Luffy. Robin's on the same crew, and she's older than both of them. Brook is on the same crew, and he's older than all of them. Like, point I'm making is, like, they are all at the same point, not strength-wise, they are up there, but they're obviously not all the same equal strength. Point I'm making is they're all at the same point in their career, technically. Like, they're on the same pirate crew, traveling together. No matter where they started at or what age they were at in their life at that time, they still ended up being on the same crew together. They're not all the same age. They didn't all start at the same time, and they didn't all do the same thing. But they're all different ages, and they made it here together. That's what I think when I'm thinking, oh, damn, like, I should have been doing this, or maybe it's too late. Bro, it can still happen. Just because it happened earlier for somebody else, it can still happen for you just a little bit later. You feel what I'm saying? And then y'all could end up still being in the same room, just different ages. You feel me? Like, One Piece it has so many different things where, like, bro, you can do it. Even Luffy's power, like, the power, it started out as rubber and it being, like, silly, but then it turned into imagination. That's real life. That's real life. Technically, whatever is in your imagination, you can do. You just have to believe you can do it. You just have to believe you can do it, bro. You just have to believe you can do it. One of my most favorite, like, posts I've seen on Instagram, I think it was a Twitter repost, and they posted on Instagram. And it said, the first quote was, I don't know if I deserve to, like, follow my dreams, or I don't know if I deserve my goals, or yada, yada, yada. Then next to it was a picture of Luffy with quotes saying, that doesn't matter. Do you want it, though? Like, and that was so fire to me, bruh. That symbolizes to me exactly who Luffy is. Like, his goal is to become king of the pirates, bro. Like, to a lot of people, that's an impossible goal. And everybody wants to be king of the pirates. Everybody does. Doflamingo, Crocodile, Buggy, Shanks, like everybody. There's randoms that's probably just now starting out thinking they're about to be king of the pirates. Everybody wants it. That's a goal everybody wants, whether they know it or not. Some people don't, but you know what I mean. And that can relate to real life. A lot of people want to be the best rapper alive, or the best musician, or the best director. You feel what I'm saying? Or the president. There's a lot of people that want to be the president that are fighting for it every day. And there might be times where you think, damn, can I do it? Like, there's so many people that might be better than me, or there's so many people that, like, you get in your own head. There's so many people that want it, and, like, there's only so many positions. Like, even rappers, like, there's people every day thinking, like, oh, the rap genre, the game is so diluted, and there's so many people doing it, or so many people want to start streaming on Twitch. There's so many people that want to be YouTubers, content creators. Like, there are times where you want to do it and you see there's a lot of people doing it. You start thinking, is there room for me? But at the end of the day, do you want it? That's the point. Not because you shouldn't quit because there's a lot of people doing it. Because like I said, Roger started the era of pirates. Everybody. There's so many scrubs on One Piece. Just random ass pirate crews. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And not to say that, like, you could be one of them scrubs. The point I'm making is there's lots of pirate crews. But not for a second did Luffy think, oh my God, there's so many different people. Like, at the beginning, Luffy didn't even have a full-size boat, dog. Nigga had a little rowboat. And then he was he started out in a barrel. I don't remember if he started out in a little rowboat and then ended up in the barrel. But long story short, like, he had almost nothing, dog. And still believed that he would get to his dreams, bro. Like, not because, well, I only got this rowboat. Will I actually be able to do it? No, I'm going to do it because I want it, bro. One Piece is fire. One Piece, there's so many takeaways from One Piece. There's so many different things that you can take away from One Piece. Even how, like I said, the adventure, like, there'll be so many times I'll be thinking, why are they going to this island, like, even filler, where I'll be like, yo, this has nothing to do with, like, y'all main goals. Like, they never care about that. They'll drop on a new island, and then suddenly they'll end up, like, falling into something that has to do with their goals. And then sometimes they'll go there knowing that, like, they need this to get to further in their story. But there'll be so many times where, like, they'll be on the island just looking, like, just to do some shopping or something like that. Like, and they find adventure in that. Like, that's fire as well. Like, you don't even realize the little, and that's what I mean by, like, going on side missions. You don't even realize that's part of the journey too. You got dreams, you got goals. It's not always about just how does this move me forward or how does this, benefit my goals and my dreams. A lot of the time, the dream, the goal, the idea is in those side quests. It's in the fun. It's in the fun of it. You're supposed to have fun at the end of the day. Like, that's why I love the things that I love. Like, I watch music videos. I'm into fashion because, like, seeing, like, rappers on videos and doing what they do, like, different effects that they, like, it just looks fun to me. And seeing fashion to me is freedom because, like, there's so many things that people do and they just have fun with it. You could wear a sleeping bag and walk down the street and it's like, oh, damn, like, that you feel me? You can do what you want. And you don't got to worry about what nobody thinks because as long as you think it's fun, as long as you're having a good time, then it doesn't matter. Like, that's what One Piece means to me. One Piece is the key to a happy life, if you ask me. Let me see how much time we got. Okay, 32 minutes. One Piece, deadass, is, like, fire as hell. Like, I genuinely believe if you want to understand how to have a good life, and mind you, I understand life is not easy. And that might sound childish to some people where I say, like, oh, yeah, One Piece is the key to a good life. Like, that might sound childish to some people just because, like, it's an anime. Like, what does that really have to teach me? Like, it's a cartoon. That's what some people going to say. But, bro, just like there are fun times in One Piece, there are some hard-ass times, dog. There are times where people are killed. People are enslaved. People have to make hard decisions. Unfair decisions. There are times, so many times in One Piece where something is done to a character that we either like or don't like that is just so unfair, dog. So unfair. Look at Kuma. Bro, since a child he was a slave. Parents killed in front of him. He gets away just to have his wife die from a sickness. And then ends up getting he had his devil fruit when he was a kid. He got it when he was a kid. And he becomes like a priest in a nice little town. And the town thinks he has the ability to heal because he's repelling their damage. Whole time he doesn't have he does, but that's not the whole thing. It's not like he can just repel your damage and you're healed. The damage doesn't go away until somebody else takes it. Whatever he repels, it doesn't go away until somebody else takes it. So, like, if I, like, say I had, like, back pain, and he repelled the back pain out of me, and there was just a bubble here in front of me, and, he was like, this is your back pain. I would still be feeling that back pain even though the bubble is in front of me. Somebody else has to take that back pain. The bubble has to go away somehow. So, the whole town is thinking he's healing them, which he is, but he's really taking in the whole town's pain, dog. Has a child. She ends up having the same sickness his wife had. He does everything in his power to make sure she is getting treatment, to the point where he lets them turn him into a mindless cyborg, bro. The Vegapunk said, "You won't remember your child. You won't remember anything if we finish this." He said, "As long as my daughter gets her treatment, as long as she gets better, that's fine with me. I won't, she's been getting my letters. Whole time he's been sending her letters. They've been throwing them hoes out. So this whole time luckily his daughter had faith in her and knew that he loved her. And there must have just been something going on with the letters because they were throwing out all the letters. She wasn't getting none of Kuma's letters, bro. So they end up turning him into a damn slave to the celestial dragons, dog. We see this dude with knives and he's all beat up. He's knives in his back, dog. And he fights to get back to his daughter. Nigga. Just unfair. From the beginning, he never really had, a choice to live his life. He spent his whole life, serving others, dog. Serving others to the point where he got turned into a slave. And we still don't know, where he is now. I don't think he died yet. But he's in bad shape right now. One Piece has real moments in it. Real moments. I remember there was a scene in the anime where Bonnie finally finds his memory. She comes into this room and it has a big ass bubble. Like I said, it doesn't go away unless somebody else takes it. She puts her hands in it and she finds out that it's his memories. So she's seeing what his memories was. Bro, she's watching a memory of when he was a child running away from slavery. The rest of the slaves found him and was like, bro, we not finna get beat because you want to run away. But he's like, I can't go back. And he's just a child, bro. They beat his ass, dog. It was so, heartbreaking to watch, dog. He's just a little kid. He's crying. Bruh. It's so many moments in that where I was like, this isn't fair, bro. This is not fair, dog. There's so many moments in One Piece where you wish you could go through that TV and whoop the bad guy's ass, dog. Oh my gosh. So to bring it all back, One Piece has the keys in it. It has moments in it that you can apply to your life. And if you're serious enough and you can really apply it in your own way, I do genuinely believe you can have a good life, full of adventure, full of friendship. You will have hard times, but just like the Straw Hats, they have hard times. But at the end of the day, they still find the joy in it. They still find the fun. They still have time to sing. They still have time to help others. So that's really what I feel about that. And I feel like a lot of people would agree with me. I feel like a lot of people would disagree, but that's life. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that people aren't going to agree on. But that's really, you feel me? That's how I felt about One Piece. And it's only getting further and further. And it should be, I'm not going to say it should be, but it seems like it will be ending pretty soon. What's today? It's January 4th, 2026 right now. So, excuse me. So who knows, you feel me, what this year has to offer in terms of One Piece. And just in general, like I said, I'm excited for this year. It's a new year. Happy New Year to everybody if you're hearing this. And thank you for listening to this first episode. It's a little short. I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to want these podcast episodes to be. But thank you for listening. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on IG. It'll be in the description. And I hope everybody has a good day. And Happy New Year. Like I said, I have a lot of plans. Subscribe. I really want this channel to be something this year. So I appreciate everybody that listens. I appreciate everybody that ends up subscribing. I appreciate everybody that ends up telling their friends. That's also another thing. Tell your friends, bro. Tell everybody. And I hope everybody has a good day. Peace out.